Hello, everybody. As I said, that today we'll be live to discuss everything that happened this year's prophetic invasion. So, at the beginning of the year, we did Road to PI, where we were discussing what is likely to happen, what we are going to do, and all that. But can I tell you something? This year really blew my mind. You see, the plans were on paper, but the execution by the grace of God was top notch. We had help from members of Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry, where Reverend Steve Mensah is the general overseer. We had help from a lot of people. My own executives and members of Prophetic Invasion were there. See, this year, if you missed like the common saying, you do yourself. Why but I mean, the atmosphere was glorious. So today we are just here to discuss into detail what happened and all. But before we discuss anything else, many of you have heard about prophetic invasion. People who know Pastor Nat, anytime you get close to Pastor Nat, he's so engrossed in anything he's talking about. The least thing he will talk about prophetic invasion. I mean, it is in my blood, it is in my bones, and it's a vision God gave me, and it is something that God is going to carry to the ends of the earth. So I don't joke with it at all. And so what is prophetic invasion about? Right, prophetic invasion is a non-denominational ministry. You have people, Catholics, Presbyterians, Methodists, from different churches. For prophetic invasion, we don't have any denomination. It's not a church, it's a movement, a purely Christian movement, because we started in the year 2018. And you know, the interesting thing about this is that when I had the vision to do prophetic invasion, I was thinking that was going to be a one-time thing. And I quite remember somewhere on 26 October 2018, I was praying with my friend called Paul on a school field. We're praying into the program. Initially, the program was in November. And so we're praying into the program. And then the Spirit of God moved through my brother Paul to prophesy. And in the prophecy he was given, it came out that the program is going to be an annual one, and we're going to see the goodness and the mercy and the faithfulness of God. And to be very honest, since that time, the prophecy came in, and we have pursued the program since 2018 up till now. Trust me, God has been faithful. God has been more than good. God, because of prophetic invasion, certain doors have just opened, and I've met a whole lot of people, and I'm glad that God gave me this movement to run. So we are a non-denominational ministry. So if you're watching me live now and you want to join us, I mean, you're welcome. You're welcome to join us. You can reach out to us on our Facebook page. At Facebook, we are at PI Hohoi. On TikTok, we are prophetic invasion. No, prophetic underscore invasion 1. I beg your pardon. Invasion 1. And then on YouTube at Invasion TV. I mean, if you're watching me now, subscribe, because from now onwards you see a whole lot of wholesome Christian content. You see messages that I have preached in so many places, and trust me, it would be a blessing to you. So you're welcome to join us. Just reach out and just let us know. We'll have people contacting you if you want to join us. And trust me, those who have joined us over the years, it has been a massive blessing. So yes, so that's what we have. Annual events. We are trusting God to take it to every region of the country, and I mean, God has been so faithful to us. So this year we held our 6th edition. We held the first one in 2018, held the second one 2019. In 2020 and 2021, we did not have PI because of COVID-19. There was a ban on social gatherings, and all those times we didn't know what God was doing. Apparently, God was fixing things behind the scene. In 2022, we came out to the bank. In 2018, 2019, I ministered on the 3 sessions myself. 2022, my father, Prophet Daniel Niamu Dodu, came to Hohoi. He came again in 2023. And then in 2022, we held it at the Ghana Education Service Conference Hall, which is about a 150 to 200 seater. But in 2023, God moved us to the biggest auditorium in Hohoi campus, on Hohoi land, and that was the Franco campus. It's a 1,500 seater, if I'm not mistaken. And we have been at Franco in 2023. That was the third time. The fourth time was in 2024. And so we have been on till 2025. And next year, God willing, we are still doing prophetic invasion. Trust me, those who have come around it has blessed many lives. One of my satisfaction is when people come and they say, Pastor Nat, I was blessed. Thank you for organizing such a meeting. I was blessed. And God has really, really, really taken us far. Last year was our 5th anniversary. So what we did was instead of the 2 days, we had a Sunday night Thanksgiving service where we cut cake. So those of you who saw the videos, it was our 5th anniversary. And this year is our 6th time organizing prophetic invasion. I mean, it was a blessing. And this year we had the privilege to bring the Reverend Dr. Steve Mensah. We started talking to Reverend Steve in 2023, but I'll get into the details of that when we are talking about the planning and all. But God has been faithful. So if you're watching me now, prophetic invasion is not denominational. I mean, we have so many people coming from different churches. Me, I attend Carey Sanctuary. I have people attending different churches, and they are all on board. They've come together, bring resources, come, and then we glorify the name of God together. I mean, this ministry is really, really a revival shoot in the land of Hohoi, and God is using it to bless lives. And we've had so many countless testimonies. And so if you're watching me now, you had a testimony from PI, please don't hesitate to put it in the comment section. I will read it when it's time for comments. Yeah, so over the years too, we've seen the glory of God move from one year to another year, and we've moved from one level to another level. I mean, in terms of the expertise, we have the logistics and everything. God has really, really, really blessed us, and God has really, really moved the ministry to another level. Because if you look at all that happens, you'd realize that God is more serious than we think, and He has really, really been faithful. Sometimes I feel faithfulness is even an understatement, because if there was another word more than faithful, I'll have given it to God, because God has really blown our minds. So over the years, God has moved it. God has moved it. I mean, those of you, there was one time on Facebook, I put the flyers we used from the year 2018, and even our very first flyer for PI was a disaster. Trust me, there were a lot of spelling mistakes that if now they gave me that flyer, I won't use such a flyer. In 2018, I put it there in 2018, then in 2019 we became better, and over the years you've seen growth on every level. Over there you've seen growth on every level, right? So again, so we are live on Invasion TV, and this is the official TV station, or the official online TV for Prophetic Invasion. Please, if you see Prophetic Invasion, you see Invasion TV, or you see someone trying to, please, this is the official TV, let me say the TV station for PI. And we are trusting God to actually build and have our own TV station with our own logistics. So this is how we are building, right? So again, on Facebook is at PI Hohoi. On Instagram it is Prophetic_Invasion1. On TikTok is the same. And trust me, if you follow, you'd receive the many blessings and the messages, the quotes and everything, right? So this year, right, let me just get straight into it. The moment you have all been waiting for. This year, some of you have seen videos, and see, the videos you saw was just a glimpse, were just excerpts of what actually happened in the auditorium. One of the things I can say really happened, that I really experienced, was a literal shift in the atmosphere. The day of the program, when Reverend Dr. Steve Mensah came, we went to welcome, received him into his hotel, we checked him in. I mean, he was excited that he was in Hohoi. And you know, the interesting thing is that we have been chasing Reverend Steve to come since 2023, I sent a letter. He was supposed to come. He couldn't make it. In 2024, and know those of you who know me, I'm camera shy. I don't really like being out there, but it looks like this is my new life now, so I have to just embrace it. In 2024, Reverend Dr. Steve Mensah was actually supposed to come. So for those of you who don't know, but he couldn't make it. So I didn't have a choice. I had to do prophetic invasion myself, and I think it was God's own way of just putting me there. And see, by God's grace, I minister. By God's grace, God has given me so many gifts, and God has really been with me. But I'm really camera shy. Honestly, I'm very camera shy. So in 2024, it was something else. This year, when we're planning, and somebody told me that my best prophetic invasion was the one that Pastor Nat ministered, I was like, hey, are you sure what is going on? But trust me, 2024 was another level. Things happened that it was beyond my imagination. But in this year, so Prophetic couldn't come in 2024. But in 2025, he told me that, Nathaniel, I am coming this year. I am coming. Nothing is going to stop it. That I am coming. And so we were so excited, and we started planning. A lot went into the planning. You know, those of you who are part of us, we know that we start planning our programs a year before. And even for next year, preliminary plans have already started. We started planning a year before. We started looking at the fact that Reverend Steve is coming and what we are likely to do and how we are going to receive him, because you know Reverend Steve, he has traveled, and you know it's hohoi. And one thing I was like, it's hohoi, but we have to give it. Is once it's for hohoi, regardless of wherever it is, we are doing something for God. So once it is for God, it has to meet absolute high standards. And my people know that I don't compromise on my standards. And once we are receiving a general in the land of hohoi, we need to do our very best. So the planning, we had meetings upon meetings. We had committees that are working on budgeting, committees that were working on logistical planning, even how the logistics were going to be moved from Accra to hohoi was a whole meeting, logistical planning. And we have planning on how the sound is going to be. So we had to take people from Accra to hohoi to go and look at the room, what we will need where, and all that. And so we, first of all, we're discussing how we're going to receive Reverend Steve upon his arrival, how we're going to receive him. So my people came up with some ideas, and even the hotel that Reverend Steve had to sleep in, we had to be intentional about it. We had to intentionally go to the hotel, look at the room, and we checked him into the most expensive room in that hotel, because when we went to the hotel and we're looking at the rooms, they were just giving us other rooms, and we just asked them, you know what, if the president of Ghana is supposed to come to hohoi today and he won't sleep in your hotel, which room will you give him? He said it's expensive. I said they shouldn't worry, God will provide. Once you are receiving God in the town, God deserves the very best. I mean, so we gave everything. We made sure he was comfortable, and so we received him. My team received him, and he checked in his hotel. He was so excited. He loved this room instantly. He loved everything. We customized the room for everything in the room was customized for Reverend Steve, even to his pillow, even to his towel was customized for Reverend Steve. So you should understand the detail that went into the planning to customize his towels, his pillows, everything he was going to use was to be customized with Reverend Steve's name so that he would feel at home. And so when we did that, by God's grace, we were able to secure police escort. I'm taking you through the video some of you saw, and I want to say a very big thank you to the District Commander of Police, DCOP, in Chibosiakon. He was amazing. He was amazing. He was so supportive. He gave us full escorts. He gave us police presence, and I mean, he really did an amazing. And he even attended the program. It was amazing. So when Reverend Steve was coming that Friday night, I mean, it was something else. Even when Reverend Steve was coming, there was this aura that was following him, because nothing of this sort has happened in hohoi before. where we are having a program and there is police escort for whoever is coming, especially for a pastor. It doesn't happen in Hohoi before. By the grace of God, we were the first people to do it. But regardless of being the first or not, it doesn't matter to me. What matters most is the fact that we're able to receive the man of God in the most honorable way as possible. When he came with the police, and one interesting thing is that we built a special walkway. And in the walkway, the walkway I saw on paper was not the walkway I actually saw on the ground. What I actually saw was better than what I put on paper. Because what I told my people is that the walkway, I just need banners on the side and the side, and then at least need some light at the top. But they took it to another level. I mean, when they put the banners on the side and side, what they did was that they put chandeliers, they put flowers in the walkway. It was looking so beautiful. I mean, when I entered, I just looked at it. I was like, wow. So when Reverend Steve alighted from the car, and then we received him, he went through the walk, and before he even entered the walkway, we gave him a guard of honor, and where we made the brass band line up. I mean, all the videos you saw, well, it's not AI, it's not editing. It happened live. It really happened that Reverend Steve came to Hohoi. People were doubting that Reverend Steve was going to come. They say he's a busy man, he's not going to come, and all that. But he actually came. He came, and he came in the fullness of God. He came to be a blessing unto us. I mean, when he came and then he entered, the atmosphere literally changed. Again, when he took the microphone, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, it was something else. It was something else. So that is how detailed we were with Reverend Steve's plan. And even it came to the media work. The media work, I want to thank Telly GH, Mr. Peter and his crew. I mean, they did an amazing job. They brought us, Japes brought us about 6-7 cameras. I mean, they did an amazing job. And everybody talks about their production. Those of you have seen the videos. I mean, it was done by Telly GH. The production was done by Telly GH, and it was amazing. It was just amazing. Nothing like this has ever happened in Hohoi before. By the grace of God, we brought a very large LED screen, and the LED screen, I was being told that, hey, what are you coming to do with this large screen? And I was like, oh, we're going to do a program. Like, hey, a program with a screen, mind you, and where we held the program, I mean, this is not demeaning, but a lot of people don't usually do programs with LED screen in Hohoi. But by God's grace, after we did it, a lot of people are doing it now. We have set the pace, and we are grateful to God for that. And I also want to thank Sindeo. Sindeo was in charge of our sound and our lighting. So the sound, the top-notch sound, the lights were. But the interesting thing, I'll talk about some challenges we had. Maybe as we go on, I'll talk about some challenges. But you see, one thing about these things is that the growth comes so much so that people don't even see fault with it. And as we're going on with the planning, the idea came that we need to build a studio purposely for the program. And the studio that was built was simple yet top-notch. If you look at the studio and the setup, you'll be like, hey, what are they doing? But then when you actually sit and use the they did an amazing job. So there were live interview sessions. So there was a studio session before the program, and then during the program, and after the program. So what we're doing is that before the program, we have where people will discuss. There was a whole panel with a host who was interviewing the panelists. So we had the head of ushering come, Sindeo, Pastor Snyder, some of the song ministers passed through the studio, and they spoke into detail what they were expecting. And then out there too, before the program, we're taking live interviews from people and their expectations. Mind you, it was amazing. We are going to go on a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, I will continue the planning and everything, and then we'll talk about the challenges and what we have in store for next year. So I need you to stick with me. We are just going on a quick commercial break, and I will be with you very, very shortly. So stay tuned.
Waiting God no talk. I know they hear waiting devil talk. Who they talk? Waiting God no talk. I know they hear waiting devil talk. So me o papa, me o papo. I know hear waiting devil talk. Aye, aye, you say this beginning. Waiting God no talk. I know they hear waiting devil talk. Who they talk? Waiting God no talk. I know they hear waiting devil talk. So me o papa, me o papo. I know hear waiting devil talk. Aye, aye, you say this beginning.
Right, you're welcome back from that quick commercial break. Again, my name is Nathaniel Morton. I'm the leader and the convener for Prophetic Invasion, a ministry currently based in Hohoe, where lives are being impacted and destinies are being transformed. And over the years, you've had people with different addictions, people who did not know Christ, people who were battered and down. Through this ministry, they have received life. They've received the life of God. I mean, they are doing very, very well. And I know that as time goes on, I'll share more of the testimonies with you. Right. So before we went, I was telling you about the logistical planning. I mean, this year, some of the things that happened were not. I don't want to say we're not planned. You see, we have planned. So this is what I mean. For example, when you look at how the whole media and the whole production went, it was planned, but the execution was top notch because some of the things we're not expecting to do, like the switching from the live studio session to the outside when people were coming to get their interactions, were something that just came up and it was executed beautifully. And we had a very good person. There are two very good people who were doing the interviews, and I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing. When I was even entering myself, I was interviewed, asking me a whole lot of. I actually enjoyed it. And apart from that, we look at even where the lighting is even going to be positioned. Even this year, we changed the seating arrangement. Those of you who have been following us over the years, if you have not followed us, this is your first time, look at our videos, you realize the seating arrangement was changed. And it was done in such a way that the way that it was in sort of like a semicircle, and it was amazing. It was super. And by the grace of God, this year we had again Reverend Dr. Steve Mensah, and the song ministers we had Minister Elvis Elom, who ministered powerfully, Minister Moses Welbeck, Minister SKJ, Minister Mighty Sachs, and then Minister Kweku Kwame. Kweku Kwame, he's all over the place. Kweku Kwame is a SEM member. He attends Steve Mensah's church. Right, let me give you the official flyer we used for this year. So this is the official flyer we used for Prophetic Invasion this year. I still have this flyer. It's something I'm going to keep for years, because this was the very first time the Reverend Dr. Steve Mensah came to Hohoe. And I think this is the very last flyer. I have kept it. And well, you can see Reverend Steve over here. You can see myself. The date was 4th and 5th July. So Minister Elvis, Minister SKJ, Minister Kwame, Minister Moses, and then Mighty. And these song ministers blew the place apart. It was a literal shift in the atmosphere. I don't know which other word I can use apart from that. A literal shift in the atmosphere. Trust me, this year's program was just beyond words. And some of the things I received, some of the commendations I received on my phone, people were blessed, people were touched. So this is official. And the theme for this year is restoration. I'm wearing the PI t-shirt, and you can see that the theme for this year is restoration. We're still wearing the t-shirts. There are still t-shirts available for 60 CDs. Just if you want one, we can just let us know, and we'll look at how to get you one. All right. So this is official flyer. And it was massive. It was massive. So when you look at some of the things we did, so with regards to the walkway, with Prophetic Invasion, I keep on saying that most of the people we have, even though expertise is needed. So you can see on your screen when we're doing the setup for the walkway, when it was coming together. With this thing, we started in the morning around 6. Yeah, we started in the morning around 6, and we're as at 7 p.m. we're still working on it, because we had a very long banner. The video will not actually do, the pictures will not actually do just, but the banner was long. It was 35 feet by 10 feet on both sides. Very long and huge and heavy. We needed to now and fix it on it. And even when we even thought we had finally fixed it, the design actually changed because of the chandelier and how the frames were going to be. At a point, people wanted us to create holes in the banner so that the air. I told them, no, you're creating holes. So it was a whole plan, because on paper this looked easy. What you're seeing on the screen on paper looked easy. It was just banner here, but the banner here, child of God, it wasn't easy. They had help from Obed, Selom, all the CEM guys, and my people in Hong Kong came on board help. I mean, this day we really frustrated our carpenter. We really frustrated him, but he had to be there to get the work done, and he had all the support. You even saw the videos. You see myself, I was there, and we're looking at how they could get it done. But after the whole setup and the walkway even stood, when the decorator came to finally put the satin on with the chandelier and the electrician came, we realized that setup will not, so you had to dismantle everything. And it was something else. But all in all, it came together. It was brilliant. When you are even entering, it was that special to the extent that people were even thinking it was for only Reverend Steve, but it was for everybody. Everybody was to have the experience. And trust me, next year is going to be something more super than what we did. There are a lot of things I wanted to do this year We couldn't. We wanted to do an opening ceremony this year. We were not able to do it. So before we get to planning next year, I've already told you something. But we trust God. I mean, we are growing ministry. For 5 years, God has achieved a lot with us. And I keep on saying that I am the leader because of election by grace. Anybody at all could have been the leader. And so for Prophetic Invasion, once you have a willing heart to work, that is all it takes for us. We have so many departments in Prophetic Invasion. We have the publicity department, we have the general secretary, we have organizing, we have a program coordinating department, we have ushering and protocol. And this year, my ushers and my protocol, I mean, they were super. My ushers with their uniforms, oh my God, it was amazing. My protocol, amazing. Pastoral protocol, were all in suits, black suits. I think they wore the red tie for the very first night and the blue tie and everybody this year was in a tag. Anybody that was working this year was in a tag. So we didn't have anybody coming. So we had people, anything you were doing, you were supposed to be tagged. And so we even had people who were in charge of the man of God's welfare. And it was properly organized by the grace of God. We had my ushers and my protocol. If they are watching me right now, I'm sure they are happy, they're excited because I was really, really, really happy with the work they did. And it has shown that God is growing the ministry. God is really growing the ministry. We have, if you see the very first, my leader of ushers, Rachel Dede Oku, she was, when Prophetic Invasion started from 2018, I think on the 8th of November in 2018, Prophetic Invasion when it started. The day was the very first, my personal protocol. She was the very first person to sit by me as my personal protocol. And the day has been with me. Rebecca has been with me. Mercy from Takwa has been with me. Paramount has been. I mean, oh my guys, they've been with me all these years. They've even completed school, but they are still coming around because of the impact that by the grace of God, PI has made in their lives. Last year, we even took testimonies from my former program coordinator, who is now part of the project board. Paramount, where I think he was owing school fees, I think 5,000 or so, and somebody just gave him more than the amount, I think 6,000 to pay, and this has only been God. So for Prophetic Invasion, if you want to join us, just have a willing heart, because if you're in Accra and you want to join us, you are still welcome to join us. You are still welcome. Any part of the world you are and you are watching me now, you are still welcome to join us. We've had my former general secretary is currently in Ireland, so she's still with us. She still checks up on me and everything. And so PI over the years, I mean, has blessed lives. And this is a strong movement. So I want to urge you to join us, support us with your prayers, support us with your time, support us with your finances. See, money moves the gospel. And my people know that I don't force anybody to give money. God does his own thing. And this year I saw God in action this year. I mean, people were just giving me money. And you see, the interesting thing is that when they brought the Prophetic Invasion budget this year to me, it was 150,000 Ghana cedis. That's a old 1.5 billion. So when I look at the budget, I just laughed because I'm a very young man. I'm a very, very young man. But when I look at the amount of money, 150,000 going to be pumped, because for all you know, just one person has to receive the gospel of Jesus Christ so that he will come into the kingdom of God and be saved so that he can save others. For all you know, that is the program we did. For all you know, it's just for one person. God had his own thing. And the amazing thing about it, the last night when I ministered, we had about 27 people giving their lives to Christ, which to me was the apex of the program. People coming to give their lives to Christ was the apex of the program for me. And so we by grace of God, I remember somebody paid for Reverend Steve's accommodation one night. Somebody paid for it. Somebody gave me money. People are just giving me money. I mean, I remember one time I called my friend. I needed money. He just sent me 3,000. This person sends me 5,000. So you see, when people are supporting this, because they have seen over the years what is happening and how they have been blessed. So I'll urge you to support as well. I'll urge you to support. Very soon we'll display our Momo accounts, our bank accounts, and all on the screen. But trust me, we need your support to take the gospel to the ends of the earth, because it is money that moves the gospel. It is money. But by God sorted us out. We finished the program and we were all amazed at how God was able to sort the program out. It was mind-blowing, because at a point I thought that, hey, when I finish the program, this person is come to pull me for his balance, this person is come to pull me, this person is come to pull me, that person is come to pull me. But listen, hey, God did his own thing. And after the program, I slept. I was not under any pressure. Oh, no. I mean, God sorted us out. So join us, support us, pray for us, and I really urge you to support us with your time, your resources. I mean, you are watching me now, and you can, even as you are even watching me, God is even talking to you, you just give us some money to push for next year. Please feel free to do that. Don't hesitate at all. All right, so those were the things from budgeting to executing the plans. Some of the things we used this year were brand new. We had to buy brand new stuff to be used this year. And even when you even look at how the things were supposed to be transported from Accra to Hohoi, my friend and brother William Asiedu really helped me on this one. He's an ICGC member, and he had a very long Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. He said, "Oh, Prof, you can use it." So he transported the things himself. He transported the LED screens, the scaffold, the TVs we used, the carpets, the pop. I mean, he transported everything in that Mercedes-Benz van, and it came to Hohoi. But I will tell you some of the challenges we had. So William, my brother William, brought it. TeleGH also transported themselves, and Kweku Kwame, his team, and some of my PR members from Takwa, and they gathered themselves and came in a bus. The Toyota Hiace, the white bus, they came to support. They came in their numbers. I mean, Kweku Kwame, if you are watching this, God bless you. Obed, Selom, Noble, Mercy, Brad John. I mean, all of you, thank you for coming. They came in one bus, and then they left in one bus. Thank you for coming. And by God's grace, too, we had the Vocal Factory, Sicho, Princess, no, let me say Mrs. Mensah now. Yes, Mrs. Mensah, Princess, Same, Vocal Factory people came. They also drove themselves. They came to be a blessing in songs and ministration to us. I mean, God helped us. God blew our mind, because at the beginning, how the thing was going, we felt like, hey, they are not going to come and all, but they were able to make it. So from logistics, media, and even the publicity this year, you see this thing I'm holding, this thing, we printed 4,000 pieces, 4,000. We had banners all over the place. We had to do a 3D advertising where we had to now build structures and put banners on to do a 3D advertising. And so this year we a float the week of the program, a brass band float. On our TikTok page, you can look at. We went through the markets with the brass band, and we shared flyers. We spoke to them about the program, and see, it was amazing. It was amazing. They trooped in their numbers. The videos are there for you to see. They trooped in their numbers. I mean, God blew our mind. Yes. So what are some of the challenges I faced? So one of the, you see, we planned logistical planning and transportation on paper. Now let me tell you something funny that happened. So TeleGH transported themselves, and when they were transporting themselves with all their camera equipment, while they were coming, their car developed a fault, and the car could only move in the first gear. It couldn't switch to second, couldn't switch to third. A Hohoi trip is about 4 hours. They used about 9 hours to get to Hohoi because they had a fault to their car. So TeleGH was supposed to arrive around 1 p.m. to close to 2. But because their car developed a fault, they were not able to reach on time. They got to Hohoi by 6 p.m. So they left Accra by 10. No, I think 9 or 10, yes. They got to Hohoi by 6 p.m. While they came, we were doing the walkway. And then the LED screen and the scaffolds were supposed to reach around the same time the media people have arrived. That's around 2. So that while Sindeo is setting up sound, media will be doing the setup, LED will be doing setup, so it will be properly coordinated. But unfortunately, My brother William, I said, too, had a problem with his car. And the Mercedes-Benz Peter now had to go to the workshop and they needed to change the entire oil, change filter. So instead of Thursday William getting there at 2 p.m., he actually got there on Friday morning, 2 a.m., because he had a fault with his car. So that proved a challenge, but by the grace of God, it worked out perfectly. It worked out perfectly. By the time the program was beginning, everything was set. And the thing too, one thing we had is that the power in the room was not too favorable. So at a point, the LED screen had to go off for us to separate the LED, put the LED screen on the generator and put the rest of the items on ECG. So we had a little bit of power instability, and by God's grace, it worked out. I said at the beginning that sometimes when you have challenges like that, the glory of God covers the whole thing. I'm telling you these things because I'm delving into it. But if I didn't tell you, you won't have known that when even because of the power instability, we could not do our opening ceremony. Our opening ceremony was actually planned. It was going to be a grand opening ceremony, but we couldn't do it. But we are trusting God that over the years or the next year, or maybe as the time goes on, we'll actually do it. And so we are able to surmount every challenge that was thrown at us because God was in it. And this year the theme was restoration. Anything we had lost, God restored this year. We literally saw the restoration of God. And listen, the atmosphere in the room during PI, especially when Reverend Steve was ministering on a Friday night, and when I was talking to him, he said he didn't even finish preaching. And the power of God hit the place. I mean, there were so many manifestations. Reverend Steve is very prophetic. He released very, very accurate prophetic words. And by God's grace, I also had a prophecy over my life. I was so excited. And even before we introduced Reverend Steve, I read the vision I saw way back in 2016 November before I even introduced him. You can check all the videos out there.
But Jesus told Martha that, did I not tell you that if you can't believe, thou shalt see the glory of the Lord? Roll away that stone and see the glory of God. Am I talking to somebody? So the stone was rolled away, and Jesus spoke the prophetic word. Lazarus, come forth! Lazarus, come forth! And the word left the mouth.
The dress I wore, I think that day I wore a green suit. When I got there, my brother, my very good friend in ministry, Pastor Obed, was also in a green dress. My program coordinator was also in a green dress. And some of a few of the guys were also in a green dress, as if it was almost planned, but it was not planned. I mean, the Spirit of God was in synergy, was working in synergy. And I also want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Pastor Obed Echepon, massive support, and Pastor Ben Adade, massive support. I mean, all the men of God that came, Pastor Philip Grace, Prophet Francis Ajaroda, for there was one man of God, but I got to from Victory Bible Church. I mean, pastors came. My friend Pastor Michael also came. Michael Onyako from Streams of Fire also came, and it was amazing. It was amazing. So we encountered a few challenges, but by God's grace, we're able to surmount them because God was in it. Anything that we tried throwing at us, it was quickly resolved. And all my team kept on telling me that, Pastor, just focus on the program. Don't worry, it will be resolved. Media was the top of their game, and I want to say thank you very much to everybody that made this program a huge success, a massive, massive, massive success. Thank you so much for making this program a success. So very quickly, the last thing I want to talk about, our time is fast spent. The last thing I want to talk about is what we want to do next year. Just know that next year will definitely be bigger than this year. I know the man of God coming to minister to us next year. And next year, with our leadership seminars on Saturday morning, we are changing the entire face of the leadership seminar. It's not going to be the regular preaching on Saturday morning. We are going to, if I tell you, okay, let me tell you. We are going to actually make it a business and leadership summit where we'll be inviting resource persons. And one of the resource persons, no, I'm not going to tell you. If I tell you, it won't be a surprise. So just know that a very, very sound resource person will be coming. And yes, and also because the business summit will be speaking about investment opportunities from some of the banks in Hohoi. And we'll also be speaking about how young people can go and start some and have some entrepreneurial skills. We're going to actually equip people. So that is the plan we have for next year. We'll change the entire Saturday morning into a business and leadership summit. Then the last night, we're going to be having song ministers. Kwame is coming next year. That one he told me, so I can tell you he's coming next year. Kwame is coming. So those of you who love Kwame, you enjoy this ministration, you follow him. He's coming next year. Kwame left Accra to come to Hohoi. Minister Moses left Accra to come to Hohoi. You are in Accra. Just come to Hohoi. And even this year, they just put themselves together, put themselves in one bus, and they came. When it was time to go, they went. I mean, they slept very well, they were well accommodated, and they were well fed. For that one, for people's welfare, I don't joke about it at all. We put, earlier on, I think we put a flyer that if you want to go, you just register and pay an amount of 300 cedis. And if you pay the amount of 300 cedis, what we're going to get was your feeding, your accommodation, the transportation, and a t-shirt, all in the 300 Ghana cedis, which was very subsidized by the ministry, because transport from here to Hohoi is, I think, 110 cedis. So in and out to be 220. And you are staying there from Friday, Saturday. Come on. Your transport alone is 220. What will you eat? I mean, we took care of all those things. And so next year, God willing, is going to be in July. And we are going to be, the date is not yet confirmed. I'll be having subsequent talk shows to be in July. The venue, we are trying to get our own venue, but the venue will be communicated, and then whoever is coming to be a blessing to us too, you will see all those things. We'll declare the theme for next year somewhere in November. So we'll declare the theme for next year. God has already given me the theme for next year, and I've already seen what is going to happen next year. So I want to urge you, wherever you are, when you are watching me now, thank you so much for being a part of this year's prophetic invasion. But I want to urge you to support. We need your support. Some of you can, you see, sometimes it's difficult giving 2,000 CD, 3,000. You can decide that maybe what you want to do is that you want to support every month with an amount. And the details have been displayed on your screen. You have the GCB bank accounts. We have the invasion infrastructure account as well. We also have a Momo number. What you see on the screen is for the infrastructure. Because by God's grace, what we want to do is that we want to build our own auditorium. And so by God's grace, we have gotten the land. We have been able to negotiate the price. But please, I need your support. You can decide to give us money monthly, maybe 100 cedis, maybe 500 cedis every month. Rather than waiting to the time, then maybe giving 5,000 or more might be difficult. And trust me, anybody that comes to the ministry, I don't even use 1 CD. All just goes back into what we are doing. So I want to urge you, our infrastructure accounts. Right now we have a project board. We are trying to raise the money to pay for the land. It's a 10 plot land. It's 100 by 100, 10 plots. You want to buy the entire thing for the ministry at a cost of almost 400,000 cedis. So it's 400,000. Some of you watching me, you can just give the money easily. It's no money, but by God's grace, God will help us. So please support us. We are doing we are putting together the final budget for next year to be out in November. We want the gospel to reach the ends of the world, please. So next year, God willing, in July, prophetic invasion will take place for the 7th time, and 7 is a number of perfection. So I've already given you a hint of the theme, but trust me, that is not the theme. I've already given, but 7 is a number of perfection. So please pray for us. Share the link, like our page, our Facebook page, I mean, subscribe to our YouTube channel, our TikTok, follow us on Instagram to follow us. I mean, if you have any other thing, but you know, guys, the thing is that without you, Prophetic Invasion would not have been a success. Prophetic Invasion would not have been a success. And I want to say thank you very much, CDB Group of Companies, Telecel D8, Sindeo, Esas Kitchen. I mean, Esas Kitchen took care of our food. She did an amazing job. Kwame and his team from CEM, Reverend Dr. Steve Mensah, my father, Prophet Andoni Amudodu, my PI executives and members. You guys, I love you so much. And my beautiful wife. Thank you. Thank you for making this and for helping me throughout all this. I also want to thank Mr. John Amatefio so much and his family. They've been an amazing family, and they have really been supporting. I can worry Mr. Amatefio for so many hours talking about Prophetic Invasion. And he has been an amazing man, Mr. Amatefio. Thank you very much to your family. All of you, thank you very much. All of you, thank you. My siblings, I mean, my brother and my sisters, they're amazing. The two doctors, the two Dr. Martins, thank you very much. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your prayers, your love, your support for all these years. And thank you. You are still welcome to support. We will display the numbers for the bank account and the infrastructure and our Momo account on the screen. Please, purpose in your heart to support us. Purpose it in your heart to support us. Thank you so much, and I want you to join us. If you want to join us, just leave, just say it in the comment section. My administration team will get to you. And please, these are giving details that have been displayed on the screen. Our Momo account, our infrastructure account, our GCB account. And please, thank you. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for even making time to listen to these things I have told you. And next year, God willing, I mean, the LED screens are sure to come. Our walkway is sure to come. And next year, what we want to do is we want to actually give people an experience. Yes, CDB is also going to handle that. Next year when you come, you have the opportunity to eat popcorn, chew some popcorn, have fun, use a 360 camera to take videos of yourself. And you'll be excited. I mean, you post it on your social media with a song. So next year, after every PI, there'll be a DJing section with the 360 camera going on. And I mean, and you know one thing is that the police is always around. For PI, there's constant police presence. Thank you very much, DCOP. Thank you very much, Dr. Selam, who was an amazing support. The general managers for VOV to Mom Alexandra. She has been amazing. And her husband Geoffrey. Thank you guys, Mama Jifa, Minister Elvis, Minister SKJ, Moses, all the song ministers. Thank you guys. I can't stop saying thank you. And thank you, my team members, Prophetic Invasion. Thank you for your citation. I look at it every day. I least expected it though, but thank you. Thank you for such a wonderful surprise coming together to appreciate me. Thank you. I appreciate all of you and what you do for this ministry and for the kingdom of God. It will echo in eternity. Anything you are doing for us, it will definitely echo in eternity. And also watch out, I'll be coming your way once every week live on TikTok to discuss the word of God and lead you to pray as well. The flyer will be out when we are ready. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And at this juncture, I want to say thank you. Merci. Medase. Oh, you are done. There were people who say thank you. God bless you all. My name is Nathaniel Morton, and I hope to catch you next time. So stay on our page and then like it and share it, and you will see all the updates. Thank you very much, and I will see you when I see you. God bless you.